best football on the continent, but also the best football in the world.
The Atlas Lions showing off their claws.
The Eagles have turned on the style.
Zambia in 2012, Kings of Africa.
Comoros are going back to the Africa Cup of Nations.
Seven-time champions, the Pharaohs.
Seven-time champions, the Pharaohs.
Bafana Bafana.
Angola celebrate.
Zimbabwe have qualified.
Super Eagles bringing to the pitch a hunger for glory.
And you can see what it means for the Cranes.
The Eagles of Carthage. Eagles of Carthage. Eagles of Carthage.
Time for stars.
Time for stars.
Look at this, the colours of Senegal.
These DRC fans, always so colourful.
A glorious moment for Benin. Glorious moment for Benin.
And it's Botswana, the Zebras, who will be going to Morocco.
Algeria, a team boasting a rich history and pedigree.
The Stallions of Burkina Faso.
Sudan have qualified for Morocco 2025.
Equatorial Guinea, the Giant Killers. Mighty Cameroon.
The indomitable Lions.
And look at the connection between the fans and this Gabonese team.
Huge draws for Mozambique, the Mambas.
Côte d'Ivoire are the African champions.
Welcome to another episode of Road to AFCON. In the show, we'll conclude our look at Group B by previewing the most successful team in the competition's history, Egypt. We'll look back at Côte d'Ivoire's remarkable success last time around and ask whether the defending champions can retain their crown. And we get the lowdown from Senegal, the country whose phenomenal academies have been the driving force behind their success of recent years.
Group F contains five-time winners Cameroon and the current holders Côte d'Ivoire.
Qu'est-ce que la CAN représente pour moi?
Un rêve de gamin, mais c'est plus qu'un rêve de gamin, je pense que c'est toute une unité.
Je te dirais que c'est la Coupe du Monde des Africains.
C'est tout ce que ça rassemble, tout ce que ça peut créer pour l'humanité aussi.
Participer à une CAN, c'est le summum.
The Elephants won in 2023 to add to a rich history at the Africa Cup of Nations, with their first success coming in 1992.
92, quand on était beaucoup plus jeune, parce qu'on avait pas mal d'idoles. Moi, c'était Abdoulaye Traoré et Diben Badi, et d'autant plus qu'il y avait énormément de joueurs de la SEC qui étaient dans cette sélection. Et surtout la finale, je me souviens, on était un peu partout dans les rues en train de courir et tout ça, jubiler.
17 years then passed before Yaya Touré became the second Ivorian to lead the team to glory.
2015, on n'était pas partant en favori et petit à petit, on a rencontré beaucoup de difficultés en route. On l'a remporté, donc vraiment avec beaucoup d'émotion. Et gagner de la même manière comme je crois en 92. L'unité que ça a créé en Côte d'Ivoire, quand on est arrivé à l'aéroport, le tour de l'avion, le tour de Port-Boué en fait, pour voir les supporters, pour voir les Ivoiriens, tous à l'aéroport, plein de personnes.
Those previous victories and the fact that they were given the honour of hosting the 2023 AFCON meant that hopes were high ahead of the last instalment of this competition, but what unfolded almost defied belief. They got off to a winning start, but things quickly unravelled. After losing their second and third matches, they limped through and in extraordinary fashion sacked coach Jean-Louis Gasset. Emersvey stepped in for the knockouts and a clash with the reigning champions Senegal. A late Franck Kessié equaliser from the spot led to more penalties.
La Côte d'Ivoire est en quart de finale.
The quarterfinal brought more late drama, a goal down to Mali and yet again staring defeat in the face. Simona Dingra's persistence paid off to keep the dream alive. Extra time again. The final four. And in this ridiculous run through the tournament, the semi-final provided one of the most powerful human stories. A solitary goal scored by Sebastien Haller mere months after being diagnosed with cancer. Against all odds, the Zombie Elephants had risen to the final, a feat that was unthinkable just weeks earlier. Behind yet again, but this was not a team who panicked. And the winner came once again from the man who had battled back against the odds, just like his team, Sebastien Haller. Côte d'Ivoire, Kings of Africa for a third time.
Côte d'Ivoire are the African champions.
The Elephants come into this year's tournament in more settled form. Amos Faye led his side to a qualification to the World Cup as well as AFCON. Can they defend their title? With this team, anything is possible.
Cameroonians often refer to their country as the continent. One explanation for the name lies in its diversity of people, languages, and landscapes. Situated at the border of Western Central Africa, they say you can find all within it. Jungles, deserts, mountains, savannas and coasts. It truly is Africa in miniature. But calling your country the continent also hints at something more. A touch of playful arrogance perhaps, or rather a quiet, unshakable self-belief that runs through every Cameroonian. It's that same confidence that has carried the indomitable Lions to 5 Africa Cup of Nations titles.
Your African champions for 2017, Cameroon.
Locally, that inner fire, that will to overcome, has a name, Loemle. It's that resilience, the fierce bravery, the fighting spirit that is expected, no, demanded of every national team player. No matter of the challenge ahead, regardless of the form of the squad selected to wear the sacred green, red and yellow, Cameroon has always found a way to rise. With unity.
Cameroon take the lead!
With belief.
It's victory for Cameroon!
With Loemle.
In Group D, there's Botswana, Benin, DR Congo, and the side who won their first ever AFCON title in 2021, Senegal, one of the most fancied teams at this tournament. With just under 20 million people, Senegal are some way down the list of most populous African countries. Yet they have attained a status as one of the continent's footballing powerhouses. So how have they done it? Quite simply, a relentless focus on youth development, which, for some time now, has been providing supremely talented players. It means their academies are the envy of Africa.
Le Sénégal a toujours été une nation de foot. Alors, l'académie est fondée par, nous avons 4 membres fondateurs, Jimmy Adjobiboko, Bernard Lama, Patrick Vieira et Saër qui est le président. Donc le projet a commencé depuis 1997. Donc aujourd'hui, si on regarde bien les dernières années, que ce soit la CAN qu'on a gagnée, l'équipe est composée des jeunes issus des centres de formation.
La réputation de Jambar au Sénégal a dépassé d'ailleurs les frontières du Sénégal. On va parler du Sénégal en soi. Déjà, elle est classée parmi les meilleures académies du pays. Mais elle est connue et reconnue, que ce soit en Afrique ou bien au niveau international.
On a mis un processus en place où on a des scouts au niveau du Sénégal, dans chaque région ou département.
Aujourd'hui, tous les jeunes du Sénégal rêvent d'intégrer cette académie.
Moi, quand je suis arrivé ici, je pensais qu'il n'y a que le foot. À un moment donné, quand j'ai eu une discussion avec le président Serre, il m'a fait comprendre qu'il y a le foot et il y a aussi les études. Donc aujourd'hui, les jeunes, je sais qu'aujourd'hui, leur priorité, c'est le sport, c'est le foot bien sûr, mais j'essaie de le faire comprendre qu'aussi il y a les études. On peut réussir sur les deux.
L'académie apprend aux joueurs à être disciplinés, à s'entraider et avoir de bonnes valeurs.
Donc quand on arrive ici, on est quand même impressionné. Les conditions sont excellentes. C'est un outil de travail extraordinaire pour développer des top joueurs en Afrique. Et je pense qu'on est plein d'espoir pour le futur.
Just under half of the victorious 2021 Africa Cup of Nations squad came from 4 of the country's leading academies. 5 from Jambars, 4 from Génération Foot, 2 from Dakar Sacré-Cœur and 1 from Casa Sports. It underscores how the spine and driving force of the Lions of Teranga is rooted in these prolific academies, which send numerous players to Europe each year.
C'est plus un centre qui doit faire ses preuves, c'est un centre qui a déjà fait ses preuves et qui aujourd'hui rayonne dans les top championnats en Europe.
Où on parle d'une compétence, d'un échange, d'un partenariat gagnant-gagnant.
C'est une fierté pour moi, après connaissant le parcours très difficile de ces joueurs et aujourd'hui là où ils sont arrivés, pour moi c'est une fierté de pouvoir donner cette chance aussi à ces jeunes.
Les joueurs ont tous un rêve, porter le maillot du Sénégal. L'objectif pour nous, en tout cas, c'est de les accompagner au maximum pour qu'ils puissent justement réaliser leurs rêves.
The 2021 triumph was the culmination of years of hard work at every level of the game. And as is often the case, being able to see their idols become champions sparked another new wave of enthusiasm amongst the country's youth.
Ça a fait un boom des centres. Je me rappelle après la victoire du Sénégal, il y a beaucoup de centres qui se sont créés. Et aussi, il y a des parents qui je ne dirais pas qui n'aimaient pas de foot, mais qui n'étaient pas investis. Aujourd'hui, ils nous appellent chaque jour, je veux que mon fils intègre le centre.
Ça donne un nouvel élan dans le football sénégalais. Aujourd'hui, le footballeur sénégalais est très respecté à travers le monde grâce aux performances de l'équipe du Sénégal.
Last time around, it was penalty pain for Senegal, losing out in the round of 16 to hosts and eventual winners Côte d'Ivoire. But that hasn't dimmed the enthusiasm or expectation for another successful campaign in Morocco. They created history in June when they beat England in England, becoming the first African side ever to record a win against the Three Lions. Their qualification campaign saw them sweep through their group with 5 wins and a draw from their 6 matches. And they impressed in their World Cup qualifiers too, again going undefeated in their group with 7 wins and 3 draws from their 10 games. So they're a team who are not used to losing and who will be confident in going all the way again at this AFCON.
Elle a le potentiel pour pouvoir aller au moins dans le dernier carré, ça c'est sûr et certain. Maintenant après, la Coupe d'Afrique nous réserve tellement de surprises. C'est pas une coupe comme les autres.
Et cette équipe est construite depuis des années. Donc c'est plutôt le total de ces talents-là qui fait de nous une grande équipe pour gagner cette CAN.
Favori ne pas dire qu'on va gagner la coupe. Il y a aussi d'autres nations qui sont favoris. Donc bien sûr, on est favori parce qu'on a une bonne équipe sur le papier. Après, ça se joue sur le terrain.
In Group E, there's Burkina Faso, Equatorial Guinea, Sudan, and 2019 winners Algeria. The man who captained the team to that victory is still their talisman today, Riyad Mahrez.
Premier footballeur africain, Mahrez.
The mind-blowing Mahrez has done it!
Mahrez! But algérien!
Mahrez picks the ball up. Oh, he's going to go all the way. Oh, that is just delightful. He is a dream player, isn't he? Mahrez, peerless strike.
La technique.
Oh, Mahrez gets the goal! Riyad Mahrez showing his class.
Le talent.
Riyad Mahrez, simply marvellous. You can't leave him with that much space. You can't. Riyad Mahrez leading Algeria to the title.
فمن أوائل المنتخبات يعني اللي تكونت في أفريقيا في الوطن العربي اللي هو المنتخب السوداني، وهو اللي كون الاتحاد الأفريقي يعني، وشال أول بطولة تقريبا على ما أعتقد، يعني هو شال بطولة بتاعت أفريقيا.
في أشياء كل العالم يعني يعرفها حاليا في الوقت الحالي، كل الوطن العربي وكل الشرق الأوسط يعرف شنو حاصل في السودان.
فالشعب السوداني بيعيش كرة القدم، بيعشق كرة القدم، يعني نحن بنسميه مرضان كرة قدم.
هي مفتاح النصر في كل شيء يعني بالنسبة للشعوب السودانية والشعب السوداني بالتحديد، وهي رابط لكل قبائل السودان من شتى بقاع السودان، هي الرابط الأساسي الرياضة عموما وبالأخص الكرة.
Football is a uniting factor in a country that has been torn apart by civil war. Due to that war, the national team are unable to play games at home, and their fans have been displaced to nearby Arab countries. Their football golden age feels long forgotten. They've reached AFCON just 4 times in the entire 21st century.
واضح عندك فترة السنتين بتاعت الحرب اللي كانت في السودان، ما في القطاع الرياضي متوقف تماما، الدوري بتاع كرة القدم متوقف تماما. يعني السنة الماضية كان الهلال والمريخ السوداني كانوا مشاركين في الدوري الموريتاني، وهاي السنة مشاركين في الدوري الرواندي، فما في التوفر بتاع دوري عشان اللعيبة تقدر تمارس الكورة وتكون في الرتم المناسب عشان يقدموا كورة كويسة. فهم حاليا أكثر منهم لاعبين، هم أبطال، هم
Unable to play at home, Sudan hosted Niger in South Sudan. Embraced and encouraged by their neighbours, the team's performance and victory offered hope.
And it won, ball forth nicely, and there is the goal! 1-0 to Sudan. That's what they were after. Terrific. The Sudan fans are delirious.
لما نشوف منتخبنا بيلعب سواء خسارة سواء فوز، نحن الحاجة دي يعني بتشكل فرحة شديدة جدا في قلوبنا.
المنتخب يعني نسمة باردة في ظل الحرب، في ظل الوضع الحالي. يعني هو اللي كان بيوحد، وهو اللي كان يعني بيبعث أمل بأنه نحن آخر النفق بيجي النور إن شاء الله.
Still displaced, Sudan faced their biggest challenge, a crucial qualifier against Ghana played in Libya, another temporary home. But once again, they defied the odds.
حتى الاتحاد ما قادر يوفر لهم أساسيات المشاركة، يعني اللعيبة ما أخذوا حقوقهم، ما اللعيبة ما يعني كان عندهم مشاكل ضخمة بسبب الحرب، فما كان الواحد متوقع منهم يعني
فكونه يغلبوا غانا، فهي غانا من المنتخبات يعني ما شاء الله معروفة الجولدن تيم يعني، وقويين وعندهم لعيبة محترفين في أوروبا صراحة. فكونه منتخب بلوكال تيم إنه يتجاوز غانا، فهذا والله أبجريد صراحة يعني.
That famous victory meant a goalless draw against Angola was good enough to reach Morocco 2025.
At home, there is war, but here in Libya, their football team, they are the heroes today.
بمعنى الكلمة يعني الأداء اللي قاعد نشوفه في الميدان من منتخبنا شيء جبار واستحق الإشادة، وإن شاء الله دائما منصورين.
يعني هو المنتخب كبير، المنتخب الوطني السوداني منتخب كبير بطبعه، في ظروف محيطة بالأحوال العامة اللي هي المفروض يكون في صعوبة، لكن المنتخب نحن واثقين منه إنه أصلا كان حيخش التأهيل، ويجينا ان شاء الله بنصر مؤزر باذن الله تعالى ان شاء الله.
اكيد متحمسين يعني بعد غياب طال من المشاركات في افريقيا. الحمد لله السودان رجع ونحن نتمنى انه ما يكون تمثيل. ان شاء الله على الاقل نتعدى الدور الاول ونحاول نصعد ونحاول ان شاء الله نكمل للبطوله. يعني اخذنا بطوله قبل كده ان شاء الله حتكون هذه الثانيه.
Group B contains Zimbabwe, Angola, South Africa, and the most successful team in the history of this competition, Egypt.
The Pharaohs, a dynasty of African football, 7-time kings of the continent. They have won AFCON more than any other nation. They claimed the inaugural Africa Cup of Nations crown in 1957 and won a further 3 titles before the turn of the millennium. But it was the start of the 21st century that brought an unprecedented period of dominance. Champions in 2006, 2008, 2006, and 2010. Winning 3 in a row is a feat unmatched in the competition's history. One of the players who helped drive that glorious era is a man that many still believe is the greatest player the country has ever produced, Mohamed Aboutrika. His composure on the ball, his technique, and his habit of delivering in the biggest moments means he was, and still is, adored by Egyptian football fans. He even helped his club side, Al Ahly, to a bronze medal at the 2006 Club World Cup, with the team welcomed as heroes upon their return to Cairo. Sadly, for the national team, there has been no reason for fans to celebrate since that 2010 triumph, meaning it has been 16 years since they last won at AFCON. In this current squad, of course, there is another man who has carried the hopes of the nation, Mohamed Salah.
Mo Salah scored! Salah scores! Mohamed Salah!
Twice named African Player of the Year, Mohamed Salah is without doubt one of the continent's greatest, yet he has never won this competition. He's come agonisingly close a couple of times, but the 2017 and 2021 finals both ended in heartbreak.
Devastation for Salah.
So will this be the year where Salah finally fulfills his dream? Coach Hossam Hassan has also selected other exciting talents alongside Salah, with Omar Mamouche and Trezeguet there to add added experience. Majority of the squad, though, play at home in the Egyptian Premier League. The Pharaohs will expect another strong showing in this year's tournament as they chase another crown and try to reclaim their place as kings of the continent. And as for Salah, who's won everything at club level, winning an AFCON would crown his career. It's a trump card Aboutrika still holds over him, but if Salah can get his hands on this AFCON trophy, the debate over the country's best player might just tip Salah's way.
AFCON 2025 brings fans 52 matches played across 6 host cities over the coming weeks. But Rabat is going to be the main footballing hub, with 4 stadiums hosting matches. That means about a third of all matches are going to be played here. And today, we're going to check out a few of those stadiums. Welcome to the mighty Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium, the proud home of the Moroccan national team. This 70,000-seater was rebuilt in 2025, and it stands ready to shine as it's going to host both the opening match and the final of the 2025 African Cup of Nations. It's a stadium that's built for spectacle, and it's ready to deliver.
CAF, I take this opportunity to thank the King, Mohammed VI, God may assist him, and the President of the Federation, Fawzi for building this fantastic stadium. This will be the big legacy for the youth of this country.
So that's all from us here on The Road to AFCON. Now the countdown to kickoff of the showpiece event is on. continent heads to the northwest corner of Africa as Morocco gets set to open its doors to the entire world for a month-long football fiesta. From December 21st until January 18th, 24 teams will look to turn dreams into reality by going all the way. Some for the first time, others know all about the feeling that comes with winning this iconic competition. The biggest prize in African football is up for grabs once again, and you won't want to miss any of it. From Ayo Akinwelere and myself, Julia Stewart, enjoy the football.